Good morning, survivors. You joined me on the dawn of day 16. Where I'm heading over here to do some lead mining. I drove past this and took note of it before. But yeah, I want to grab some of this lead up and get back to base and start making some bullet tips. So we can start cranking out our own ammo. Or at least have the supplies to start cranking out our own ammo because we're still short the chemistry station. Anyway, catch you back at base. Alright. I decided while I was out there, I'd just go ahead and grab up a whole stack. I'm gonna go ahead and separate this twice, and the rest of this I'm just gonna turn into bullet tips. I haven't decided whether I'm going to make the good ammo. By that I mean the high power. Or whether I'm going to just use regular ammo. I haven't decided that yet, so actually it probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to take and have some of this honey in a locked slot in my bike. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this into spikes. At least half of that stack into spikes. Like I said, I want to surround this house in wooden spikes. So I stop getting random visitors in the middle of the night. Alright, I'm gonna put this honey in my bike. That's the mini bike. Wrong bike. I'm so glad they added the ability to lock inventory slots in vehicles. That is such a nice feature. I'm gonna keep the honey in there and... Alright. It doesn't hurt to go a little over. Considering we're going to be spending most of today in the desert. Alright. Let's get to the desert. Do these quests. Yo! Last beeswax. Nice. Jesus Christ! Keep your bees to yourself. Oh, and they can still infect you? Seriously? How? Seriously? Maybe I had an option to turn down the spawns of those guys? That many was just fucking ridiculous. Also, why do the bees infect you? They're not undead bees to my knowledge. Well, they might be since they come out of a zombie, but that means that regular bees just from any old stump can also infect you. Not fond of that. One more book away from the 4x4. And it, well, all the other cars. Yep, get up. Well, it shouldn't be too terrible. Oh, God. Rads already, huh? Okay. Looks like this one might be a little bit more gun-based. Which I don't have a problem with. Hey, Mo. This is kind of your dedicated POI, so it'd be kind of weird for you not to be here. Not that I even think that can happen, but... Ooh, forge ahead. Anything else? I seem to remember there being something... Maybe it's just that. Okay. Ooh. I hear something mildly annoying coming out. Okay, so just the one radiated, not bad. Actually, it's painkillers for a concussion, I think. It's fatigue. It's vitamins. Is that a steel spear? Yeah, it's a tier 6 steel spear. That's pretty good. I'll definitely throw that on my armor. Thing in this ambulance. No, nothing to help me with my ailment. Of course. Back off, bees. Of course, the second I aim down sights, I can't see him. And I don't think he was the one that shot the bees at me. Well, maybe it was, and if he was, it's good. That means he's no longer a problem. Ooh. Okay, sandwiches be gone. Motorcycle. Let's put all this stuff away. Oh, I'd say it was a pretty easy-ish quest. My advice to anyone who has problems securing meat is if you want more meat, just go to the other biomes. If you have a decent gun, the snow biome's really good. Oh. Don't you dare. That's annoying, because every time the bees hit you, your infection rate goes up. Next quest, shall we? Actually, do I have any points in shotguns? I don't. Why have I not done that? Doesn't make much sense. Alright, reloot the semi. It's not worth my time. Anyone else got some beef? Oh, you're feral. Oh, that was... a lot of really good stuff. In that one bag. Desert looting's worth it, I guess, if you take into account all the other slight annoyances of the biome. Oh. Well... supposedly this bow is supposed to be pretty good. Oh. Now they're radiated. This is the desert, so I guess that's to be expected. Some degree. We're also fairly high game stage as well. Okay, I'll take... okay, so in reality, what does 25% reload speed do for me? Not a whole lot, to be honest. Alright. It's 2 quests. I think it might not be the worst idea to set a drop-off over here at Trader Bob's place. So we can ferry this stuff home. If not, just come back and grab it in whatever vehicle I have. Because combine the 2 storage mods on top of the already bigger inventory, and yeah, we should have plenty of space. Okay. Still radiated's on tier 1 quests. That's a little rough. I was considering doing infestations, or a few infestations. Maybe I'd swing by and grab this airdrop. It looks like we got some good stuff from that. As well as sharp sticks. Not really interested. Wiring, of course, always. Forge ahead. Or forge ahead. Handyland and armor up. Range mods bundle, nothing too spectacular. And that's an upgrade. I'll hold on to it and use the combined station back at base. For sure. Alright, the quest is just right over here. Need to take a look at Task Manager and see why my frames went through the floor. I am working with a slightly new to me system, so there are probably some kinks to work out. This one does have 32 gigabytes of RAM, whereas before I was working with 16. Problem is, this is James's old machine. It was quite dusty. I'm thinking there's probably some dust in the RAM slots or something that's keeping it from reading the RAM at the correct speed. Should be running at 3200 megahertz, but it's only running at 1080 megahertz for whatever reason. I don't have a can of duster to go ahead and blow the slots out, so I don't want to get your attention, but you are going to be a problem, so you gotta go. Alright. Quest marker? Alright, why is there battle music? Oh, is it you guys? This would be a single shot for most things if I had iron arrows. I see why people use it. Alright. Oh, this place. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it, but it might actually be the zombie density causing me problems. And drop down, hit the door. This feels weird when there's no one that comes out of the cupboard. No time for you, pup. No time. This door's locked. Ooh, that's pretty good. I might just go ahead and pop a vitamin in. How did I get wet? It's not raining. Two of you? That's not right. Cloth, and if I remember, carpet roll. Which is like a cloth cheat sheet. I'm not gonna do that until I'm done with this place. Said destroy the path. That's the one thing you don't want to do is destroy the path. Ooh. Yes. Definitely. Alright. I think I go in and finish my melee skills. Seems like a pretty good idea. Maybe give some points into shotguns. Alright, so the parcel we're looking to collect's on the other side, so I'm good to go ahead and do that. I want to do it earlier because I didn't want to blow half the POI up. Now it says it's up. It's not there where it usually is. Oh, is it on this side? There's a good chance that when I went upstairs or up this ladder the first time, I walked right by it. Yep. That happens. Alright, I'm gonna pause real quick and go turn down zombie density and see if that fixes my lag issues. Be back in a minute. Alright. Resumed the recording, and yeah, it looks like it's doing a lot better now. So it looks like it was just the enemy density in the desert. Since it's already naturally kind of high, was messing with things a fair bit. Alright. I think we have enough time to do this other quest. It's just a fetch. It's a tier 1, can't be that difficult. And if need be, I just pull my shotgun out and blast everything that gets in my way. Well, I have to admit, there was one thing that was quite short-sighted of me. I wasn't exactly keeping an eye on fuel usage. So if there's a vehicle nearby, I don't think it's gonna respawn. But, ooh, actually this was a pretty good thing to loot in the first place anyway. Yep, there we go. We can now craft better vehicles. Yay, and, yeah, let's get this filled up. Ooh, okay. Let's... Oh, that just outright killed you. Man, this bow's powerful. Oh, that's a working workbench. That means 32 free forged iron. Let's go. Sounds like this has got to be just biome spawns, right? Like, there's not just a wandering horde rolling up on me. You can almost craft a really nice piece of armor. Or armor set. Okay, that's just hiding water. I'm gonna guess that's the way out. Let's do a little bit of stealth. Is this it? Seriously? This felt like it was gonna be way bigger. Okay, then what about where this other hatch goes? Okay, yeah. The swimming crawlers are just kind of cursed. Okay, what do I not need? I don't really need sand. Okay, how would a person ever know that that was there? Okay, one leather's not that useful. Keep the seeds. Don't really need wood, I can replenish that. Scrap the pipes. Ooh, that was kind of bad. Just jump off the roof. It's a fun little POI, but I question how they were thinking that you would discover the other bit of it, where you come up through the hatch. And for that, I really don't have an answer.
We're closing. I knew I could count
Hey,
on you.
Bob, how you doing?
Go.
Take the Shamway secret recipe, though I'm pretty sure it's just rotten meat. I don't really need grilled corn. I'm kind of past the stage of that being useful. Okay, book or schematic? Schematic. Vitamins. Now these I really didn't pick up for the actual quest rewards because they're not really worth it, but the loot you get from doing it and the extra coins always nice. And like I said, it's pretty much The only way you get loot to respawn is by doing quest. Oh. Anything? I'll take the meds. Meds are always good to have on hand. Murky water as well. Jars, of course. That definitely. That can sell. Sledgehammer parts are always nice to have. If I remember right, I believe I can already craft a pretty good steel sledgehammer, so... Alright, zombos. I'm out of here. Get you guys back at base. Alright, back at base, and what is my plan for tonight? Well, take care of the person running up on my porch. First and foremost. But... I think I'm gonna go with the stallion. From experience of using this, it feels like the fastest one that you can craft of the classics. Whether that's actually true or not, I have no idea. I've actually looked through the XML before. And from what I've seen, it's pretty... The XML, according to the XML, it should be on par with the Charger and the other classics. But just in practice, it feels faster than the other classics. I don't really know how to explain it. Other than for some reason it just feels faster. Okay, now as for the stallion itself... Actually... We're short a wheel. I didn't even think to check Bob's place to see if he had a wheel or something laying around. Or had one for sale. But I'm pretty sure I've got enough stuff on hand to craft one. Gives me a reason to use scrap polymers because I don't really have any use for them. At the moment, actually... I suppose it couldn't hurt, right? Oh, and this. We have all the stuff to get an apiary rolling. Beeswax, wood, nails, forged iron, and duct tape. Forged iron, nails, duct tape, and wood. Up, wrong chest. So that's quite a lot of regular 7.62. Or a stack and a bit of high power or armor piercing. Okay, did the game update? I wasn't aware of it. Okay, yeah, the game updated and I wasn't aware of it. I didn't even notice. So that's why stop fuel waste isn't working. Oh yeah, 4 wheels. Okay. Road box, honey extractor, and smoker. We can craft all this. Why wouldn't we? Pretty sure I saw one of them wanted scrap polymer. Brood box. Honey extractor wants mechanical parts. And pipes. That makes sense. And the smoker wants leather. Somewhat similar recipe to the bellows, which would make sense. Or gunpowder. I feel like if I do infested quest, I'm gonna keep accumulating high power. Which I'm not gonna lie, I actually prefer. Can I craft like a box of 762? Or is that recipe still locked? Yes, it's still locked. Alright. This is where I'm going to leave this episode for the night. And I will catch you guys on the dawn of day... Well, it's already day 17 technically, but... later on in the morning of day 17.